Oh boy, where to start? Uh, well, the only bright side I'd say is we have a little bit of a break, an international break coming up here. Downside, when we come back, we're on the road 3 games in a row, besides the international friendly against Paderborn. But this team really lacks goals. We create chances. I mean, tonight we didn't create as many chances as I'd like. New York City were by far the better team. But we need to capitalize on our opportunities. We have an early chance in the first 20 minutes with Ray that he needs to bury. He absolutely needs to bury that finish. He makes it very easy for Sean Johnson to make a good. It was a good save because it was a high percentage shot, but Ray shoots it right at him. It was not a good finish, and we are desperate for a finisher. There were a couple of times in the game where Franco, they give him an open shot with his right foot, but the guy will not shoot with his right foot no matter what. He just always will shoot with the outside of his foot or like a toe poke. And it is driving me insane that he will not open up and shoot with his right foot. It is frustrating. There were a couple bright spots. I think Amarilla coming on later in the game, I thought he gave us a spark, but I thought the refereeing was kind of poor. I thought Rosales was good. Will Trapp was pretty good. Our midfield did all right, did pretty good. Kamar Lawrence was great, but St. Clair had some good saves, but we just give them an open header on a corner and they bury it, and we hit the post a couple times. We had our chances, but we desperately lack goals. We have no finishers in the team, it feels like. There's no one that's going to grab the game by the scruff of the neck when they have a chance and put it in the back of the net. It is just extremely frustrating. Credit to New York City FC. Like I said, they're the better team with a goal in the 29th minute off a corner. But that was just poor defending from us. Coleman hits the post later in the game. They also hit the post off a wicked shot in the second half. But all in all, we were just poor. We need to score goals. We lack everything in the final third. Be nice if we could win a second ball here or there. We seem to never win second balls off a goal kick or whatever. It's frustrating to watch that sometimes and have little to no coaching impact throughout the whole 90. Very little to none. I just don't know. But like I said, Luis, I thought was definitely a bit of a spark when he came on. Adrian Hunu, I thought, gave us a bit of a spark too, and DJ was all right, but it's just another game where we sit here and think of the half chances, the chances we create, but we can never seem to capitalize on any of them. And there's so many times where we make the hard pass so much harder, the easy shot so much harder. You just like things like that when, like, for example, like I was saying, with Franco shooting with the outside of his left foot instead of his right. I mean, I understand if you're left-footed, but using the outside of your left foot is a lot harder than shooting with the inside of either foot, I believe. So it is frustrating. Coleman, I thought, was all over at some parts of the game. Can't pass very well at the back there are times, but he does his job as that third center back sometimes or filling in tonight all right. We have to start getting points, man. The West is not easy this year, and we're not looking great right now. The mojo of everything. Some of these professionals need to step up and start taking stuff more seriously. Maybe, I don't know. Not that they aren't, but we need to step up. Something needs to change. I don't know. I can't see Adrian Heath leaving this year, unfortunately. I do think we need to move on, but I just don't see the club moving on this year. I really don't. I think Heath has gotten us as far as we can. There's just so many head-scratching decisions that get me questioning so many things, but I just don't see it happening this year, unfortunately. Maybe, hopefully, next year things could change in the coaching department, but I'm going to get into the player ratings. I really don't have much else to say. It's quite frustrating sitting here game after game with the same issues, the same issues, and we could almost say that for the last couple of years. I'm sure you guys are as frustrated as I am, but all right. Let's get into the player ratings. Dane St. Clair, a 7 for me tonight. Kamar Lawrence, a 7 for me tonight. Baki Adabasi, a 6 for me tonight. Coleman, a 5 for me tonight. DJ Taylor, a 6 for me tonight. Rosales, a 7. Will Trapp, a 7. Franco Francopane, a 5. Emmanuel Reynoso, a 6. Bongi Halongawe, a 4 or an F5. Robin Lod, a 5. Luis Amarilla, a 6. Adrian Hunu, a 6. Abu Daladi, a 5. Was a very good team in New York City, but we're dropping points at home like it's nothing. And this we should have Allianz Field as our stronghold. We should be picking up points against some of the best teams in the league there with the atmosphere that we can create and team that we have. We should be on the front foot most home games. So to be outpossessed today and to be beaten like this with the amount of chances missed again was just unacceptable. But a little bit of a break. Hopefully everyone can clear their minds. Some international soccer coming up. So at least we got a little bit of break, and then even a little longer break with the Paderborn friendly. So everyone can clear their minds to get ready for this little away run we got coming up. And hopefully we need to get some points in this to keep up with the playoff race. So as always, come on, you loons, and thanks for tuning in.